Gemini, hey, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it, Gemini. Happy new week. We are just coming off of a new moon in Taurus. To start off the week, I guess. It started on Sunday. So, things are good. Like, I think that Taurus season is bringing some evolution that is much needed. We've been going through a lot in relationships with other people, as well as relationships with ourselves. We've really been forced to kind of deal with some of the nitty gritty. There's that cluster of planets in Pisces. I talk about it on the regular. Sorry if it's annoying, but it really is such an influence in like kind of how we are rewriting what we want our life to look like. It's giving us the opportunity to do the hard work, to look at the deficits in our relationships, in our dynamics, and actually bring a little love, TLC, to those spaces. And then it's going to really show who and what is willing to work with us, who's willing to support us, and who is not. It's not fun. It's not necessarily easy. There is a lot of pain in the process. And Mars is slowing everything down. It's been really weirdly aspected. It's kind of annoying at this point. But a lot of this is about setting the groundwork for lasting change. Pluto just moved into Aquarius back in November, and now it's about to go into retrograde. So I feel like we have this opportunity to make changes accordingly that, like I said, are actually going to be long lasting, that are making us more happy, more fulfilled. And we really kind of need to have awareness around what that is, right? Not keep feeding into the drama, into the bullshit, because we think it's getting us somewhere, right? Like, we need to kind of have that higher level of perspective of saying, you know what, I'm kind of like over and done with this, and it's not really serving my end goal. So that's why I like to start off with an energy cleansing, set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out some of the blocks, obstacles that we might be coming into. It's a really great time to set your own intention as well, Gemini, especially if you've come into this reading with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing, wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, where it's at, how it's faring, where it's headed, etc. Or if you want more of that realignment with self, mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we are in alignment with self, like I said, that's kind of where we bring in our happiness. That's where we manifest our abundance. And because we're able to hear what our heart wants and needs. And it's not always easy to hear that, especially when there is a lot of chaos and commotion going on in the background. Wah, wah. All right, Gemini, all the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. Definitely hit me up. I would be honored to love, help, support in whatever way possible. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, Gemini. So I feel like, you are at peace this week. Like, your energy, I think this is coming from being a little bit worn out, from being a little stressed out or overwhelmed. But it's almost like something has finally come to head. Yeah, where, you're taking a step back is what I'm hearing. You're taking a step back in this way that maybe you've kind of just been trying to push forward, deal with things by continuing to move. It really hasn't been working, and it sounds like, or I'm hearing like something stopped you dead in your tracks. And this is welcomed, I feel. You know, I think it's coming through some difficulty, it's coming through some hardship, but then it's also allowing you to kind of reconnect with your heart, which I think is the silver lining. Your energy feels like quiet, peaceful, calm. Even if your life is not peaceful or you don't have a lot of peace in your life right now, you're still vibing in that way of just like observing, right? Like really just kind of observing how things are playing out, instead of like when we're constantly in motion, when we're just like constantly in the grunt and grind, it's really hard to see who and what those proverbial snakes in the grass are. Snakes is that deceptive energy. It's the people, it's the situations that really aren't like having our best interest at heart, that are actually bringing a lot more stress and a lot more burden. It looks like you're getting insight into who and what that is. Again, because you're kind of slowing down, because, you know, keeping up with the Joneses, so to speak, wasn't really working out for you. I mean, here's the thing. It looks like you felt good, like, but that's also like that value of like too much Jupiter energy, too much abundance. It actually creates this level of laziness and apathy. And so we're not as prone to dot our I's, cross our T's, and we can let things fall through the cracks, right? And I feel like in some ways it's, I don't know, like you did get something that you wanted, but I'm hearing it's come with strings attached, strings and a heavy ass weight, like a heavy weight that I feel like maybe you didn't understand, whether it was the toxicity or just someone putting on a front, someone putting on a facade about who and what they are. Some of that's coming to light, i.e. that cluster I was talking about of, well, and right now to validate that, Neptune is in Aries. So, and it was in Pisces forever and ever. And it was like, we're getting comfortable with our intuition, with hearing it on a deeper level. And now that Neptune's in Pisces, it's like, it's time to put that into practice. And this is something that is not super apparent on the surface. This is something that is actually pretty good at manipulating, making themselves out to be something that they aren't really. But behind the scenes, it's like they're pulling a lot of strings. This might be someone with a quote unquote God complex, right? Like they feel like they have a level of control over your life. Maybe you've given them way too much power. It looks like they're really good at manipulating the situation, right? Like manipulating the situation in a way that provokes you. It provokes you very, very negatively. And like I said, it looks like this is something that has gone unchecked for some time. Again, that could have been your choice, or maybe you didn't think it would be that bad. It looks like I said, like something's kind of brought it to head. Something's like legit forced you to stop, because if you keep going, it's going to be more stress. And it looks like to whatever capacity this person's situation is trying to provoke that stress to some capacity through what they say, through how they say it, or even like how you're perceiving it. I don't know. Like you're really on the defensive. Let's look at this a little bit more, Gemini. Okay. Why is this devil coming up? I'm just going to clarify this real quick before I move forward. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit of toxicity, toxic habits, toxic patterns, maybe giving in to your inhibitions, essentially is what it's saying. Like, you know, I don't know. Like sometimes it is really hard to see whether someone's trying to manipulate the situation or not. It kind of looks like that. I'm not going to lie. Not that I'm whatever. I mean, obviously you're going to agree with that but I don't know. This person's also kind of immature. I don't know. Like it seems like they like you, or it seems like they want something with you, but yeah, 100%. There is a lot of stress. There's a lot of, maybe they just are not as put together of a person as you are, or Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Like, I don't know. I feel like whatever you're dealing with, it's like they want relationship, they want connection, but they're going about it in the worst way possible. And it's provoking the shit out of you. Sorry, but sorry, not sorry. It just looks like it's annoying, right? And right now, your emotions are actually dominating in a way that, like, isn't normal for you, or it's getting to this point where it needs to change, where it's actually creating more stress, more drama in your life than what you need it to. And it's not easy, because whatever this person is, it's stressful. It's actually more stress, more burden. You have to really like dig deep and find your peace in the midst of it, which is very hard to do. I think you're like at a point where whatever stopped your path, whatever kind of has put you in this standstill, you're finally like ready to like make peace and say, okay, I gotta be a little bit more grounded. I gotta be a little bit more practical in my approach. Maybe it's not as bad as what it seems, right? Like maybe some of these triggers, let's look at that though. Like maybe some of these triggers are coming from another place, and it's getting projected onto you, unfairly so, is what I'm seeing. Yeah, I don't know, like, it's requiring you to be very strong and grounded within yourself. Because whatever this person's situation is doing, like, they can only focus on them. They can only focus on them, how sad they are, you know, like it is more of a selfish energy. It's a selfish energy, and it's someone who doesn't really know how to balance themselves out. They're all over the place. Like there's just this constant, like, you know, distraction for them, and they're not giving you enough time. They're not showing up for you in a way that like is making you feel good. Like if anything, it's kind of provoking a lot of unhealthy stuff, whatever they're feeding into. And I do feel like there are some things that need to be addressed. I don't know if it's necessarily happening this week, because their mantra is, I'm stressed, I have so much going on, this is so hard for me, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, okay, like you're trying to grin and bear it. You also have this mama bear energy coming in for you for support. Definitely connect with that. Definitely rely on it. It's going to make you feel that sense of groundedness, right? Like, I feel like this is someone who's bringing you back to reality, because whatever this is, it's like you can't keep track of it. It's all over the place, and you never really know what it is. And this is someone who can be a grounding force that can kind of say, hey, like, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't add up. Why are things moving this way? And you're like, you're right. Like, it's kind of bringing some clarity. And then also this much needed validation. Okay, literally we've gotten this party time card for all Aries, Taurus, now Gemini. I'm feeling that there's not a lot of transits, there's not a lot of activity, or as much activity as there has been in the astrology lately. And so I do feel like Spirit is really telling us to take a sidestep, have some fun, enjoy life a little bit. We don't have to be so stressed out. When we do that 100% with that surrender, we find freedom, right? Like, just let go of what you can't control. It looks like this person's situation you can't control. And if anything, it's bringing out some stuff for you that really doesn't feel good. It actually feels like pretty low, pretty shitty, you know? And it's affecting you. It's affecting you negatively. It's bringing out a lot of toxicity, things that you really don't want to be a mainstay in your life, but needing like a little bit more understanding and clarity around what that is and how that actually like manifests in your life. It is a work in progress right now. Gemini, be gentle with yourself. These situations are never fun, and they take time to kind of unravel and rework themselves out. I feel like you're adjusting how much you're engaging with this dynamic. And you kind of see that on the horizon, but as long as it's around, it's like you got to figure out how you're going to protect yourself from going down this emotional spiral in a way that's really, really not serving you by any means. And that's what temperance energy is all about. It's being able to balance like what we sense, what we feel with what's actually happening in real time. So a little bit heavy, but hopeful, right? Hope is on the horizon. You do have support coming in. Definitely cling on to it this week. I think it's going to make you feel way better, especially because there is some shady McShadersons in your energy. So thank you so much, Gemini. I super appreciate you. I hope you found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear or just say, hey, share in a little love, little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support to the channel. Know it blesses my heart, and I'm sending love and blessings back your way.